How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Blue Spring Farm. Today, I'm going to give you a tour of our rainwater harvesting system. Now, let's go. Alright everybody, so I'm over here by the tanks that we have set up. Before we go into everything on this, I'm going to give you a few details on our rainwater harvesting system. So, right over here we have a metal awning that's going to be 1,000 square foot of space on that we're going to catch water on. And for that and our usage, we use about 20,000 gallons of water per year. And also we're here in Central Texas, so we get about 28 inches of rain every year. And with that being said, this system that we're using here is two 2,500 gallon tanks, which equals 5,000 gallons of water storage. So with 1,000 square foot of catchment, we're able to catch about, I'd say about 750, 800 gallons of water per inch that it rains. Alrighty, so our system here is going to be called a wet system, and how that works I'm going to explain. So when the water comes off of the roof, it gets caught in our gutters. We have 40-foot gutters on each side of this awning. So it comes down here, one downspout on each side. So what the first flush diverter is going to do here is going to catch any dust, dirt, maybe bird poop or anything like that. Is going to come down. It's going to clean the system first. So all this right here in this pipe is not what we're going to drink. We're not going to filter it, or we're not catching any of this. We do have a spout down here, so if we want to fill up a pail, then we can use it for other things. But, so how that works is there's a plastic ball in here. The plastic ball is going to rise up until it gets to this T right here. Then it's going to divert the water. So basically, it plugs it off, and then the water comes over like this. Right over, and then underground, which flows underground and goes up into the tank. And that's called the wet system, is because this tank, or these pipes, are always going to have water in them at all times. So let's go over here and let's see how this goes up to the tank. Alrighty, so we're back over here with the two poly tanks. So right here is going to be our inlet for our water that goes into the tank. So it comes down the first flush and then diverts over into the other pipe and then runs underground and then comes up here. And it's gravity fed, no pumps, no anything pumps it in here, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Basically where the gutter is, if that is higher than this point, then it's going to be forced, the water will be forced into the tanks here to where we can collect it. And we have two fittings down here, I'll show you. Two ball valves. Right here. So as you can see, the water is in these tanks. It's going to come down right in here. This one's turned on, and there's a T that's right here that's going to go into the pump house, and it goes that way. This one we have turned off right now just because we don't have too much water in this pipe or this tank over here. So we have this one turned off. We're just getting water from this tank right now. But let me show you where this runs into the pump house and give you more detail on that. Alright, so before we go over to the pump house, I wanted to explain how our overflow works. So in this inlet pipe, it goes in a little higher up in here, and this pipe's a little lower. So as these both fill up at the same time, the water will overflow down this pipe and not backflow the system, just because this pipe is actually lower than where the other one is. So any excess water will run out and go into the grass right there. Okay, we're over here at the pump house now. Let me show you what we got inside. Alright, so we come up in there. I know everything's red right now, and that's because we have a heat lamp in here. So in the winter months, you definitely want to make sure you have some kind of heat in here because we don't have any insulation. We're in Central Texas, not much to really worry about, but we have it just in case. So the 2-inch pipe, well, the pipe that comes from the two tanks comes up out of the ground right here and through the pump house. So this now goes into a bunch of different filters, and then here's our pump. We'll explain how all this works. So let's start with the spin down filter. So everything comes through here, goes into our spin down filter. which is going to collect any kind of dust or very small particles. Is going to get caught in here, and this can be flushed out by just turning that. So everything get caught in there. There's a little mesh. I think it's 100 mesh. So we'll come over like this, down the pipe, into the pump. So this pump right here, a Drummond, it's a 1 horse pump and gets about 50 psi. So it's a really nice pump, and it's working really well for us. So once the water gets into here, this pumps it and gives it all the strength that it needs to come out to pressurize everything. So it comes up over first filter. We have a 3-stage filter. The first filter, we're gonna have a 10 micron. Then we have a 5 micron, which is even better to really make sure there's absolutely nothing in the water. And next we have our carbon filter, which is it improves the taste of the water. Alright, and as we come over here, we have our water meter, which we're able to tell how much water we're using every month. So then it comes down over here and into our UV light, which is going to purify the water. So the UV light is going to kill any bacteria that is in the water. It's just a tube, a light that goes in there, and basically just kills all the bacteria. But the way that works, there's a countdown here. Each bulb lasts 1 year, so 365 days, and it's down. We've had it on for a little bit here, this bulb, but that does the count for you, so you don't have to keep up when that bulb needs to be replaced. Yeah, better. And it comes up like this, out of the UV light filter, up, and then out into our spigot to where we can water our RV here and anything else that we need to water. Alrighty, so out here, this is what all the preparation comes to, this running water right here. And like I said, this hose goes right into our RV to where we have a city water connection. We just plug it into there from our rainwater harvesting. Every rain that it rains here, we're collecting and we're using it, and it tastes better than any other water you've ever tasted. And it's just good to know that we're doing good for the environment and reusing this rainwater. Alright, so basically that's how everything works out there, and how we're able to catch all the water for living here. But we wanted to show you our sinks work, and everything works really well. We got a lot of pressure in here. Let's go show them the sink. There we go.
Water.
That's the video for rainwater harvesting. Yeah. We hope y'all like that one, and please comment below. Let us know what you think of our system and how we can help you if you have any questions on it. Well, until next time, we'll see you.
You're in the presence of a real queen bee. What you get is what you see. I'm a goddess and a beast, a nightmare and a dream. Yeah, I'm the real thing. Ain't nobody can compare to me. So you'll call me Majesty, boy, you better bend the knee, 'cause you're lucky if you're next to me. You know I'm royalty. If you think I can be beat, go and live your fantasy. Oh yeah, I'm the real thing. Ain't nobody can compare to me.